Jack Doherty is easily one of the most hated YouTubers of all time. And if you've heard of him, chances are it wasn't by choice. His content floods timelines and thumbnails like a virus, always chaotic, always controversial. For years, Jack has played YouTube's most shameless villain, a persona so unapologetically reckless that even his worst moments never seem to slow him down. But while it once seemed like he was immune to consequences, 2025 would mark a turning point. His views are dropping, his platforms are collapsing, and his entire empire built on shock value, manipulation, and exploitation is finally starting to fall apart. What makes his downfall so oddly satisfying is that it was entirely self-inflicted. Every lie, every fake arrest, every inappropriate marketing ploy, it all adds up. And as the curtain begins to fall on Jack's chaotic reign, we're finally seeing just how rotten the foundation of his empire really was. But Jack's story didn't start as the villain. At 12 years old, he was a goofy, harmless kid with a camera. One of his earliest viral clips featured him trick-or-treating the day after Halloween. He was polite, cautious, even considerate. He explicitly said he didn't want to make anyone uncomfortable. It was a different version of Jack, one that, in hindsight, feels almost unrecognizable. When bottle flipping took over YouTube, Jack joined the trend and found success quickly. His most viewed video, "I flipped all of these," still holds nearly 30 million views. Within 6 months, his subscriber count went from 1,000 to over 100,000. At just 13, he hit major milestones that most creators never reach in a lifetime. The speed of his rise was addicting, but so was the validation. When the bottle flipping trend died, Jack needed a new formula, and what he discovered was far more dangerous. That formula? Disrespect equals attention. Outrage equals clicks. His first real taste of this came when he vlogged himself going to the FaZe Clan house. He wasn't invited. He knocked on the door, loitered on their steps, and filmed everything. And the worst part? His mom drove him there, and even blocked the driveway to trap people inside. Jack was only 13, but his mom wasn't. She knew better, and let it happen anyway. This moment revealed something crucial. Jack's behavior wasn't just enabled, it was rewarded. His parents didn't stop the chaos, they participated in it. And from there, things only escalated. Jack began calling fast food chains and Walmarts, asking bizarre questions about building toilet paper forts. These prank calls did well, but Jack wanted more. So he took the chaos offline, storming into Walmart, blasting music on the intercom, filming Flores lava challenges in the aisles. He even made a video called "Trying to Get Kicked Out of Walmart," with his dad physically present during the stunt. After being kicked out, he calls his dad, who congratulates him. Not only did his parents approve, they were proud. This is when Jack truly locked into his identity. Being an instigator wasn't an accident, it was a business strategy, and it worked. Every viral moment reinforced the message. The more obnoxious he was, the more popular he became. Even when he tried wholesome content like Fortnite videos, or fan mail views tanked. His audience wasn't there for relatability, they wanted recklessness. So Jack leaned in. As his subscriber count soared into the millions, Jack raised the stakes. Instead of bothering Walmart workers, he started pranking celebrities. In one video, he donated hundreds of dollars to Ninja, demanding the streamer call him Dad. Ninja, aware Jack was only 14, refused and eventually blocked him, but Jack wasn't fazed. He posted a video claiming Ninja was ungrateful and painted himself as the victim, showing only selective parts of their conversation. He even accused Ninja of lying about refunding the donations. But it didn't matter if it was true, what mattered was the views. This was a recurring tactic: manipulate the story, play the victim, and disable comments to silence dissent. Jack never showed full conversations, only curated screenshots and out-of-context clips. He wasn't just reckless anymore, he was dishonest. In another video, Jack claimed a Walmart employee punched him and grabbed him by the neck. But the footage told a different story. The employee barely touched him, and Jack was clearly provoking the encounter by filming against the employee's wishes. He even lied on camera, saying he wasn't recording when he was. Despite this, Jack insisted he had been assaulted. The video racked up millions of views. Any criticism of these tactics was dismissed. Comment sections were shut down, detractors were labeled haters, and Jack's parents continued to enable him. even featuring in videos where he disrespected them for clicks. In saying no to my mom for 24 hours, Jack spends the entire video treating her like a prop. In another titled, "My Mom Said Yes to Everything," he manipulates her for content. It was clear, boundaries didn't exist. At 15, Jack was making serious money. He even revealed on Impulsive that he'd bought a house, talked about return on investment, and dropped terms like CPM with ease. But as the money piled up, so did the problems. He was skipping school, getting suspended, and eventually got expelled. But that too became content. Jack didn't care he was rich. Who needed school? Even legal issues became content. He pretended to be drunk in front of cops, got arrested, and kept the cameras rolling. Every confrontation was fuel. He played the role of the dumb kid when needed, using his age as a shield from consequences. And because the system never held him accountable, he learned that nothing was off limits. But Jack's lowest points were still ahead of him. By 2021, his view started slipping. His chaotic content was losing its edge. Then came YouTube Shorts, a new outlet for even more outrageous stunts. Jack adapted quickly, uploading fake arrest videos, pretend confrontations, and brain-rot skits that blurred the line between parody and deception. But these videos weren't just about clout, they were a trapdoor into something darker. Jack began using Shorts as a funnel to promote OnlyFans content. He created an entire business model around exploiting young viewers. His skits, filled with childlike scenarios, redirected viewers to explicit content. He managed multiple creators, all marketed the same way. Bait them with innocence, hook them with provocation. Michelle Scott, one of Jack's clients, posted shopping videos with children, then promoted adult content in the comments. His girlfriend McKinley followed the same blueprint, blending videos with kids alongside seductive thumbnails and links to her OF. Camila Araujo went further, featuring her younger brother in sexually suggestive videos. And Natalie Reynolds, another creator in Jack's network, resorted to stunts like painting pants on her legs or pretending to lure kids with a free candy van. This wasn't accidental. Jack had engineered a marketing machine that targeted children and monetized the attention through oath. He made over $600,000 a month, not from YouTube, but from managing these creators. YouTube was just the funnel. He even included his parents in videos that indirectly promoted the system. At this point, Jack wasn't a creator, he was a ringleader. But the collapse started when the people closest to him finally spoke up. The Island Boys' former collaborators released a video titled "Jack Doherty Must Be Stopped," joined by Jack's former editor Matt. They exposed his Adderall abuse, his manipulation, his obsession with control. They said no one in Jack's house even liked him, but stayed for the money. They accused him of creating a toxic empire where friendship was transactional and trust didn't exist. Then came the allegations. Natalie Reynolds accused Jack of grooming, saying he waited for a girl to turn 18, got her drunk, and signed her to a predatory contract. Other creators claimed Jack retaliated when they tried to leave, using his influence to get their accounts banned. Jack didn't deny it. He doubled down. He said they were jealous, clout chasers, haters, the same narrative he'd always used. But the public wasn't buying it anymore. In one of his final stunts, Jack crashed his McLaren on stream. His cameraman was bleeding. Jack didn't stop filming. He edited the footage, posted it online, and used the crash as clickbait. That wasn't redemption. That was who Jack had always been. Kick eventually banned him, and with that, Jack lost his final platform. The downfall of Jack Doherty wasn't sudden. It was a slow-motion collapse of a creator who had spent his entire career sprinting toward the edge. And now, with no one left to exploit, no story left to twist, and no platform left to scream from, Jack is finally facing something he's never been able to manipulate: silence. Because hate can get you attention, but it can't buy you longevity, and it certainly won't save you when the spotlight turns off.